Do you think the West can sort of rise again? And yeah,
I think it could, but it would have to want to, and while the ordinary person on the street does want to, the people who are running the show are still obsessed with the idea of maintaining their empire, of maintaining their population under control and under repression. And something will break, because you see also that through the democratic process, which is to some extent still alive in the West, is being routinely rigged and manipulated and even canceled if the people end up voting for the wrong candidate. So we have this phony managed democracy which doesn't serve the people. Well, democracies, you would expect that they would deliver what people desire and that they wouldn't deliver things that people don't desire, right? And what do people desire? They desire high standards of living, beautiful living spaces, beautiful cities, good education, good healthcare, safe streets, good, well-functioning infrastructure, and things like that. And they want peace. But what we end up getting is none of the good things and permanent wars, almost constant crises, deteriorating standards of living, increasingly ugly living spaces, and on and on and on. So the democracies that we have today are clearly dysfunctional. The ruling establishments are very keen on making sure it stays that way. And we've seen what happened in Romania these last few weeks. The Romanian people voted for the man who wanted to stop the march to war, who wanted to have good and peaceful relationships with his neighbors, including Russia, who didn't want to take part in Project Ukraine. And the election was basically canceled on completely contrived grounds. So there was no truth to the reasons that they gave why they, disqualified him and why they canceled the election. And then the rationale keeps shifting. Well, it's this, no, it's that. He's an extremist. No, he was, he was voted into office because he won the first round because of the Russian bots in the social media, whatever. The people are not stupid. They can see that they are being deprived of their democratic choice. And so if you do that, if you don't give the people the ability to change the system through the institutions of the system, then you're pushing them into staging violent revolutions. And you know what happened to Nicolae Ceausescu in 1989 in Romania? He was shot with his wife. I think that today Europe is moving in the direction of social revolts. And these social revolts could get very ugly. It could be like storming of the Bastille kind of ugly. And still the people in power, either they're tone deaf or they're stupid or they don't understand what they're playing with. And or they are counting on their ability to control everyone. So that's why I think the European Union, at the same time as they are allocating 800 billion euros that they don't have to the defense contractors for remilitarization of Europe, they're also rushing this CBDC system to be able to control everybody, so that if you go to a protest, they can cancel your account, they can block your account. If you support the wrong party, they can do the same.